You're welcome to Basic Science and Technology class for JS1 students. The topic before us today is metal work hand tools. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to do the following. State the marking out tools in metal works. They should be able to state the measuring tools and gauges for metal work hand tools. They should be able to state the driving tools for metal work hand tool. They should be able to state the cutting tools for metal work hand tool. And lastly, they should be able to state ways we can care and maintain for metal work tools. Marking out tool. Marking out tool are various hand tools that are used in metal work. They are used for various purposes like marking out, measuring, driving, and cutting. Marking out tools include surface plate, scriber, and odd leg calipers. Surface plate. The surface plate is a marking out tool which has a flat surface. It is used to mark out metals and to know if a surface is flat enough. The surface plate is usually marked, and the mark helps to know the flatness of a surface and the measurement. It is usually marked with a tone edge, with lines, cubes, with a gauge of the surface. Example is what you are seeing on your screen. It's an example of the surface plate. Scriber. Scriber is a marking out tool made of steel with a sharp pointed edge to scratch a line made on a metal. While using it, it is rotated on a power grinder, which is used to sharpen the point. Again, displayed on your screen are examples of scriber. Odd leg calipers. Odd leg caliper is a kind of caliper that is made up of the marking out tools used to mark and to measure metals. The diameter of any object to be formed with metal are measured with the calipers. Calipers are of three types, namely inside caliper, outside caliper, and odd leg calipers. The first diagram you are seeing are examples of odd leg calipers. Now, the next diagram you are seeing is an example of an inside caliper. The other diagram is an example of an outside caliper, and you can see the diagram of both inside and outside caliper. Measuring tools and gauges. Measuring tools and gauges are metal work hand tools used for measuring metals. They are of various types. They have various sizes and shapes. They include steel ruler, protractors, and the T-square. First of all, let's look at the steel ruler. As the name implies, the steel ruler is made up of steel. It is also referred to as engineer's ruler. The steel ruler is stainless and has rules of length marked on it. It is used to measure the length and weight of metal materials. The second one, protractor. Protractors are transparent materials made with synthetic rubber. They have rules and measurements written on them. They are used for measuring angles of metals. The last one is T-square. As the name implies, the T-square is a metal rule in form of T. It has measurements and lengths of metals. These are the images for measuring tools and gauge. We talked about the steel ruler and the T-square. and this is the image for the protractor. Driving tools. Various tools are used to create holes and punches into metals. These tools are referred to as driving tools. They include punches, screwdriver, spanners. Now let's look at punches. Punches are metal rod with pointed mouth used in boring holes into metal plates. They are also used to locate center of cycles, arcs, and radius. Punches are also used to locate the position of holes in metals. Punches come in various sizes and lengths. Below is the diagram showing an example of a punch tool. Let's look at the next driving tools, that is screwdriver and spanner. Screwdriver first. Screwdrivers are long metals used in driving in and out screws on metal. Screwdrivers have handles which are made of either wood or plastic. They also have pointed edges that are flat or sharp in nature. Let's look at the spanner. Spanners are also metal tools that have either two heads or a single head. Spanners are used to tighten or loosen screw head. Spanners are of various types like adjustable spanner and steel head spanner. Now this is the diagram of a screwdriver and this is the diagram of spanner. Cutting tool. Cutting tools are tools used in cutting metals. They are of various sizes and shapes. Cutting tools include chisel, files, and saw. Let's look at chisels. Chisels. Cuttings are made of metal referred to as octagon steel. The steel used in marking chisel is melted and forged to desired shapes and sizes. Chisels are of various types like flat chisels, cross-out chisels, half-rounded chisels, and so on. Let's look at files. Files are metal tools used in cutting metals. They are of various shapes and sizes. They are made of cast steel file and can be flat, round, or triangular in shape. They are also used in sharpening metals. Now this is the diagram of chisels and files. Care and maintenance of metalwork tool. 1. They must not be exposed to heat to prevent rusting. 2. They must be kept away from water to prevent rusting. 3. They should be sharpened periodically to enhance their effectiveness. 4. To protect your tool from rust, apply rust-resistant paint on metal area that rarely comes into contact with the oil. 5. Sharpen tools such as shovels, hoes, and shears or cutters with file or sharpening stone, and use grease or apply lubricant to moving joints. And 6. Pay attention to the wooden handle. Evaluation question. Number 1. Describe the various marking out tools with examples. Number 2. List and describe various measuring tools and gauges. Number 3. Explain the uses of any 3 driving tools. And number 4. What are the care and maintenance measures for metal work tools? We have come to the end of the lesson. I want to thank you all for listening. I will see you in the next class.